What's good? What's good, YouTube? Good afternoon. It's your boy Doc Holiday. We back with another HBCU OverDrive live stream. If you haven't done it about now, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you comment on the shows, and also, most importantly, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. I am apologizing for my delay. Kind of got up not too long ago. So had to freshen up and put my contacts in and stuff like that. But y'all know your boy been working right here, man. He's been working. I've been working. And thing going down the pipeline, what I got going up. Should be hearing back from the SID from Chicago State today to do an interview with the athletic director. Now, y'all know I talked about this yesterday with the possibility of Chicago State exploring the possibility of adding football to their program. So hopefully I can get back to the SID can hit me back sometime today. If not, it'll probably be sometime hopefully next week. Early next week. Also, we got sign day coming up next Wednesday. So I won't be doing the show early in the day, but I will do a roundup on Wednesday evening because now I go back to my regular scheduled job next week. So it will be I'll be basically back on next week. In the evening time, but I probably do while I'm off on my off days, I will do some morning some afternoon shows so that I can get back to the crowd. But I'm not gonna keep talking, y'all, because y'all see what the header says, y'all see what the who's on here, man. But I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna toot his own horn, man. I'm just gonna bring him up. I'm going to bring up my guy, JSU legend, Sylvester the Cat Morris, man. About to bring him up on the stream. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm outstanding, Doc. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Look, I'm telling you just like this. I tell everybody, it's been a long time since we seen the cat.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Man, so tell me how life was treating you after football and everything else, man.
Man, I can't complain. I'm back home in New Orleans.
All right.
I retired. I was working in the movie industry, but I ain't doing that no more because my knees and back is just acting up too much. So I'm retiring
Okay.
and I'm just enjoying life right now.
All right, man. Um, so my first question, man, is what brought you to Jackson State?
Man, I was a no recruit, no star recruit. I had 13 catches in my whole high school career, one touchdown. So when David Jarrells came and met me in Jackson and told me if I could run a 4.5, he was gonna give me a scholarship and I was gonna have a chance to play. Man, I went and learned everything I could about Jackson State, ran that 4.5, and the rest is history.
Hmm. All right, and you from New Orleans, so what was it? Your high school, McDonough, 35.
McDonough 35, the
Yeah,
best
tell me
in the
about
bracket.
how it was when you was in high school, man.
Well, my high school was more known for academics. It was more of a school you had to take a test to get in, so it wasn't known for football as much. But while I was there, we also had a guy named Chalman Gardner who came in as a freshman that ended up being drafted by the Saints, and we had Nathaniel Bell who was there who ended up playing at Southern, and we played against each other for all 4 years of college. So it was uh it was a great school, man. It helped me. I met my wife there. Everything. I love my high school.
All right, and So you get to Jackson State and your freshman year, you didn't get to play. You got to Jackson State in '95.
Right.
That's correct. So
Yes,
you
sir.
didn't get to play as much in '95. Um, tell me how was it in a sense being coached by Big Daddy James Carson? For those who don't even know.
Oh man, Big Daddy was awesome. Big Daddy didn't play no games. He didn't take no BS. Like it was very strict. Practice. We scrimmaged and put it like this. We had 11 on 11 every Wednesday. Every Wednesday we had an 11 on 11 full scrimmage against each other. First team against first team. And I believe that's why we were so tough back then. It was a different way things were handled.
Okay. And so okay, so I'm fast forward to the year. Let's go, year 1997. We got uh, of course, that's when I came up in there. I came in Jackson in 1997, and also that's when your receiving partner Corey Bradford came in.
Oh yeah.
Tell me how it was going up. Tell me how it was when practicing with Corey. How was y'all intimidated the DBs?
Man, it was fun. Cause Corey was just so fast and so strong, man, that he made it impossible for guys. They couldn't press him, and you couldn't back off him to give him a free route, a free route, cause he can run by you. So he
Mm,
made it so difficult for guys. And in '97, I was just a sophomore, so I was coming into my own. I was trying to figure things out. But working with him, he helped me work on my speed so much. And that's where I was able to start dropping my 40 times working with him and getting my speed.
right. And everybody didn't know, Corey was a track. You know what I'm saying? He was a track guy
A
when he
hundred
came
percent.
in. 100%. Like Corey was 100% track. And it's funny though because uh I I met Corey in the summer of '97, so my summer school year, and thinking that he, playing basketball outside behind Dixon Hall on that
Oh, you
lopsided
might have
court.
thought he was a hooper then.
I thought he was a hooper, but then he told me he played football. So when I'm looking at him, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking he played defense. I think he played linebacker because he was big. Nope, nope, nope. First game, I think the first game y'all played that year, we went to Birmingham to play in Alabama State over at Legion Field. And the first play I think I seen him he had
It
was
was
a
about
go route.
a go route.
It
That
was
was
a
his
it
first
was a go
play.
route
Yep, first
for
play.
a touch
And he
for the first
touchdown.
touchdown.
His first catch in college was an 80-yard bomb.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what, bro? I thought like I promised to God I thought he was uh uh on defense, and so it just baffled me. But then talking to him, he was humble. Like even talking to you, like you didn't get that much. Like you said, you coming into your sophomore year, you didn't get that much shine. Uh, but y'all was easy to talk to as far like easy accessible on campus, and some people didn't have that big, they didn't get that big head. Like we on the football team,
Yeah.
you're gonna respect us. um, uh, so my next question, man, is um, what um, what made you, other than trying to compete with Corey, and then you had some other great receivers on the team too, like Daniel Guy, um,
Rob Jacobs,
Rod Jake,
Lawrence
yeah,
Story.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Then I
so you
had,
have some.
yeah, we had a lot of guys.
What made you say, "Man, I'm going to become one of the best receivers"? at this school right now, and then you put it all together in 1998?
Well, I always wanted it from hanging with Greg Spann as a true freshman, watching him.
Mm-hmm.
I had always been around some great receivers, so I just wanted to take something from all of them. I saw the numbers all of them put up, and I was like, if I could put this together, maybe I have a chance.
Right.
So going into my junior year, I worked on everything: my speed, conditioning, hands, route running. And the first two games, people don't realize this. My first game that year against Howard, I had 2 catches for a -2 yards.
Mm.
I dropped maybe 3, 4 balls that game against Howard, but it was in DC, so nobody saw it. I
Right.
had a horrible second game. I didn't score a touchdown that year until like my fourth game of the year because I was
Hmm.
putting so much pressure on myself. But after that, next thing you know, man, it was like the floodgates open.
And then tell me how it was, man, playing up against Southern, man. Like, that's a rival, that's how how it is. We hate them, they hate us. uh Out of respect though. But tell me how it was going up against Southern. Cause Southern back then
They
they
were
were
Southern.
they were Southern. And Pete Richardson didn't play no games.
Nope. And back then, I knew a lot of those guys being from Louisiana, and by living in Louisiana in the off season, man, I had to hit their mouth all the time. So I really couldn't stand Southern. And I always felt we were the better team, but they cheated us at the clock, cheated us with the referee. They was just man, they was some cheating dudes, bro. But out of respect, I love them. I love them. I love the battles we had. It was great, man. I mean,
All
that
right.
atmosphere was some of the best I've ever played football in. Like when we played them in '98 at the
Mm-hmm.
vet, man, you couldn't even see
Yeah.
the stairs to the top. People were standing in the aisle, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna never
yeah, I
forget.
remember. I remember that, man. I remember that. I think um that was my actual first Jackson State Southern game in the vet, and I was super surprised where I seen the vet was just packed from corner to corner,
Corner to
like
corner, man.
corner to corner. And I tell kids, like I tell the kids that come on, to my show, I'm like, y'all gotta understand. When I'm saying it, we used to pack out the vet almost every game, and
I
especially
mean,
for
you
that
can't
one,
see the stairs.
yeah, you can't see nothing. You'll see people that was standing right there. You can see people that was standing in the aisle, but it's like standing room only.
That's it.
Standing room only. So now 1999 come around, my guy, and you pretty much get yourself on the radar for the NFL. Um,
Yeah, that was
what
awesome.
how was that year for you? Coming in and breaking majority of the receiving records, then which was broken by your teammate. We'll talk about him in a little bit. But what was it to become one of the best wide receivers that year in 1AA?
Man, it felt good. I knew coming in from my junior year that okay, now I knew I was capable of doing this week in and week out. I just wanted to refine certain things. Like I had talked to scouts, I needed to work on my blocking. I needed to work on finishing routes and stuff like that. So I took that season as I'm fine tuning everything I do, trying to become the best I could be.
All right. Yeah. And then um that team, we still had the same, we pretty much still had the same team. So now I'm about to put up on here, man. It's a young cat right here. Tell me what you were thinking on this when you taking this picture, man. Like thumbs up and tell me how it
Well,
was, man.
I'm a senior, man, and this our senior pictures, and I'm a Steiner. We was a group of us. We all hung together. We were Steiner brothers. I'm a Steiner brother, and our sign was the thumbs up. So I had to get my senior picture with the thumbs up after I borrowed somebody white gloves, because those not even my gloves. I think Rob J had them white gloves, but they look so good on the picture. I had to get them.
Man, now here's another one right here. And everybody that's Jackson State already know who this right here.
Oh, my quarterback,
The
the
general,
gunslinger,
the gunslinger, Mark Washington. How
Mark
was it,
Washington.
man? How was it playing again with this guy right here?
Man, it was awesome. You know, we came in together. So we came in as true freshmen together. We red shirted. We played on the Goon Squad together. We came up through the ranks pretty much together our whole time. So when he finally got out there and was the quarterback, I was like, all right, bro, we bringing everything we've been doing on this Goon Squad. We about to show them. They about to see what it is now.
And the crazy thing is, Mark came in. He redshirted. He's playing behind another Jackson State great, Graylin Pratt.
Yeah.
Graylin was, Graylin coming from Grand Rapids, Michigan. He wasn't too much at the time the prototypical quarterback, but you know what I'm saying. My whole thing
But I
is,
loved him.
yeah, height don't matter if he got an arm and he knew the game.
Yeah, he
But
did that.
playing with Mark, um, y'all. I mean that year that he named starting quarterback. It seemed like y'all had like a symbiotic relationship, bro. Like
Yeah.
he knew where you was gonna go. You knew how he was gonna throw the ball. Y'all was like telepathic. How was it, man? Like, what was it about Mark that turned you into the cat at Jackson
Well,
State?
we had that relationship. I was like, we came in as true freshmen together. So the whole freshman year, you know, you play on the Goon Squad. You practice every day against the first team. So we was going against Bo Lewis and Quincy Coleman,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Picasso Nelson, and
Right.
Eric Austin was the secondary back then. And then they had Sean Woodson coming in from time to time.
I
So
remember Sean.
yeah, so this is what we went against as freshmen. So we learned every day each other. He knew how I was gonna move, where I was gonna go, because we learned each other that whole freshman year. Sophomore year, we was on second team together majority of the time, so it was a lot more of the same. We just we had built our bond over years and years of reps going together. So by the time they got out there, y'all was seeing what they had been seeing in practice for years.
Right. And it's crazy. I never seen y'all practice because y'all way on the other side of campus.
Yep.
I won't go past TBLs like that. But uh um when 99 come and that was Big Daddy's last year because
Yeah.
he passed away later on down he retired and passed away later on down the line. Um what how you know what made that year special for y'all that year?
That year, Big Daddy had called me, Destry, and Mark Washington over his house to let us
Mm-hmm.
know. Like we were a couple of leaders of the team, I think, of Rashard and Ed Reese. He called us
Yeah.
over there to tell us he was pretty much passing and that he wasn't gonna make it through the year, and for us to just pray and do what we could do. And so that year was pretty much dedicated to Big Daddy because he had told us what was happening and we knew it was coming. So for us, we just wanted to go out and represent Big Daddy.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. and y'all represented him well that year. So um man, like I said, rest in peace to Big Daddy James Carson. So we get into your combine and to all the scouts coming into the game, because best believe there were scouts coming to the game back then. For people that wanna downgrade us, our school, the HBCUs, there were scouts coming back to the games back in the late '90s, early 2000s to our schools. So
More than one
it
too.
wasn't a coincidence that this guy right here didn't become a first team All American. It wasn't a coincidence that he was one of the best receivers in 1AA at the time, and it wasn't a coincidence that you go into the 2000 draft as a first rounder. Kansas City.
Yeah, that
How
Senior
was
Bowl
that
helped too.
experience, man?
Well, it all started for me at the Senior Bowl. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I went. You know, it was a lot of questions when you come from 1AA. Can you compete with these guys? Can you do this? So when I got to the Senior Bowl, they was able to see I could do this against anybody. It didn't matter. And the Chiefs happened to be the team that was coaching me in the Senior Bowl.
Hmm.
So I got familiar with the offense, coaches, and everything like that. So it was seamless after that. They got to see how hard I worked and what kind of guy I was. And
Okay.
yeah, it was a beautiful thing.
And so that year 2000, you yourself and Wildman Rashard Anderson,
Yeah.
rest in peace to him. Y'all
Rest in peace.
became
Wow.
y'all became what, like, I think what y'all was drafted two picks be
Two picks.
between each other. Either,
Yep.
I think you
21 and
were
23.
21 and 23. How was it seeing what I'm saying, seeing your fellow classmate, seeing your fellow brother uh get drafted two spots after you did, man?
Man, it was one of the best things in the world, man. We had once, and it's the thing. We was at the Senior Bowl. We made the agreement. We was gonna go against everybody but each other. Whenever he saw me get up, I moved back, and when he was coming up, I moved back. Like we went against each other all year, but let's show them we could beat these boys. And once
Mm-hmm.
that started happening, and while I was locking everybody up at the line, because I don't think they had ever seen a corner that long before.
Right.
So I believe it messed everybody up out there.
And
And to see him get drafted, man, two behind me was one of the best things ever.
so that draft right there, 2000 draft, who was the first pick in the draft that year? I'm trying to remember.
Courtney
I know it
Brown.
wasn't Courtney.
Courtney
Who was
Brown.
it? Courtney Brown,
Courtney Brown. Yep.
Penn
Defensive end from
State.
Penn State.
Okay. And he went to the
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Yeah. Cause Cleveland just got the team back. They ended up the year before they ended up drafting Tim Couch over
Couch.
first
Tim Couch.
overall.
Yep.
And we talking about 2000 draft that some people say they don't really talk about, because they said there was a certain amount of players that didn't pan out. But um who were other players other than Courtney Brown that was in the draft? You not named you,
LeVar,
Courtney Brown and Rashard.
LeVar Arrington.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Peter Ward. Um, Lavernius Coles. Sean Alexander. Brian Erlacher. Famous alumni from that draft class is still playing. They consider him the GOAT. Tom
Tom
Brady. So
Brady.
I don't know how they could say our class was. We got a bunch of couple Hall of Famers in there, probably the greatest of all time. So I'll take that as a draft class.
Hey, I'll take it too. I'll take that. I'll take that too. When it's crazy that my boy right here retired, but his draft class partner is still trying to tick and go like he's still
Like he
21,
going.
22 years old.
Yep.
Like
It's one of the most
what is
amazing things in the world, man.
what is they putting in your water, bruh?
I wish I
And then
I
and
wish
then
I could have got some for my knees.
man, and then you talking about you said LeVar Arrington, he's a dog. Sean Alexander, he's a dog. Yeah, Peter Ward and Lavernius, they were dogs. Courtney Brown was a dog too. Now, don't get me wrong, Courtney Brown, like I said, he wasn't that all the he didn't really pan out when he was in Cleveland, but I think when he left out of Cleveland and he went to another team, that's when you saw his talent come out. But when you get to Kansas City, QB for the Kansas City Chiefs was who?
Elvis Gerbach.
Elvis came in from San Fran.
Yep.
Came in from San Fran that year, and I think was it Marty was the coach at the time?
Marty had just left. It was Gunther Cunningham.
Okay, so he was more Gunther was more defense.
Yep.
So tell me about that Kansas City team in 2000, and then tell me about how it turned out to be the Kansas City that everybody was seeing with the Priest Holmes and Eddie Kennison and those guys right there.
Well, we started out as a running team with Kimball Anders. We had Kimball Anders. We had Tony Richardson
Mm-hmm.
and Fred. I mean, yeah. So we started out as a heavy run team, and we was 0-2. So I started my first game, the third game of the year, and we ended up scoring like 40 some points. I had 3 touchdowns, 100 yards. Tony Gonzalez had 100 yards. So the coach came in the next day and was like, "Well, I guess y'all want to be a passing team." So we changed the game plan, and we started throwing the ball a lot more. And the next year we got Trent Green, we got Priest Holmes, Eddie Kennison came over,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like we got Dick Vermeil. It
Yeah.
was a whole new ball game then.
Yeah. See, Eddie Kennison is my niece and nephew, my oldest niece and nephew. That's their cousin right there. uh
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Good Louisiana boy.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Priest Holmes was the best kept secret that nobody didn't know about. Uh Dante Hall was on the team also, correct?
My draft mate. Yep, we
Yep.
drafted together.
Dante Hall was on the human joystick was on the team also. So you talking about a Kansas City team that once you got the trigger man and Trick Green and then the mastermind and Dick Vermeil to come over, then you seen a lot of things change around with Kansas City.
A
Uh
lot.
Tell me how it was being coached by Dick Vermeil, man.
Man, Dick Vermeil was awesome. He's a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's a guy who wears his emotions on his sleeve. You always know where you stand at with Dick Vermeil. Very upfront, very forthcoming. I mean, he a Hall of Famer, he a legend. It was an honor for me to be able to work with him for a couple of years. And his receiver coach was Charlie Joyner, who was awesome to talk to and work with because he was a Grambling guy,
Right.
Hall of Fame receiver. So I thoroughly enjoyed those times.
I got a question for you from one of my members on the channel. They asked, "Do you remember Kenny Bryant?"
Oh yeah, Yeah, I remember Kenny Bryant.
How
DB.
was going?
I
How
still
was it
talk to
going up
Kenny.
against him?
Yeah, Kenny's a little younger than me, man. So anybody who came in and they started when I was a junior and senior, which Kenny Bryant had the unfortunate pleasure of doing, it was rough on them, man. But Kenny was good. He was fast. He was good. He had good hips. He was physical. But it's just a little difficult dealing with me, man. If I have to be honest with you.
He said, "Man, look, you got to bring your lunch pail to work every time you play against. You come up against me,
Lunch pail, hard hat, couple more
man."
things you might need to go get. Just a little
So
something.
you're flourishing within a couple of years at Kansas City, and then your knee gives out. Um, Tell me what the experience was as far as that happening right there.
Well, that was tough, bro. That was I had worked hard that off season. I was Dick Vermeil. Dick Vermeil had just called me in his office and told me, "Well, you could do everything we thought you couldn't do. I hope you're ready to catch 90 balls and have at least 10 touchdowns this year." I was like, "Dick, that's what you brought me here for. I'm ready." So I did it. 2 days later, I was having a great off season. The day we about to break camp, I tore my knee up. So
Man,
yeah, it was rough, but hey, man, it's football.
and what year was that when that happened?
0-1.
Oh one.
Yeah,
Man, man, that's crazy though.
yeah,
That's crazy. So, and people say that, well, younger people would say, well, he didn't pan out when it was like, but my whole thing is it was the possibility of him, first of all, again, being picked in the first round, but second of all, getting a chance to actually go out there and show what you can actually do on the football team, on the football field.
yep,
Uh, my guy Willie Full want to speak on about Derek Thomas, DT.
yeah. DT died the year I was drafted, so I never actually got to meet him. He
Okay,
died in a car wreck, like right before the draft.
right before, yeah, I remember that. I remember that, man.
So they always, my rookie year, they had his locker was locked up just how they left it in glass, and you could see everything in his locker. But unfortunately, I didn't get to meet DT.
And then you get a chance to go to Tampa Bay and play uh, with John Gruden. Tell me how that experience was for your experience was for that.
Man, I had a great experience with John. John loved football. So if you love football, he football in the morning, he football at night, he's football 24/7. Always energetic, always excited. So I had a great time with Drew Gruden. And he was different. He was the first coach I had took us bowling on the day we were supposed to practice. Brought Deacon Jones in one time, have us talking to him. Like
Hmm.
he was, yeah, he was unique. But I had a great experience with him. And he had my receiver coach from my rookie year and from the Senior Bowl, Richard Mann. So it was great for me to link back up and work with him some more.
Man, is that's cool though. So, tell me how life after football, my brother.
Life after football, man. Well, I got a daughter who a freshman in college named Sydney, and at Bakersfield, she played a
Okay.
little basketball, but she just tore her knee up too, ironically.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, she's sidelined this year. I'm back home in New Orleans, which is good, so I can make it to some more Jackson games so I can support TC. Cause I'm thrilled that my old teammate got the head coaching job now.
Yeah, I was get ready to ask you about that, man.
I'm ready
I
to
get ready to ask you
get
about
down
that.
there and support the Tigers, baby.
I'll get ready to ask you about that. How do you feel about TC becoming the 22nd head coach at Jackson State University, bro?
Man, it's the best thing that happened in a long time. I mean, I'm thrilled. I was totally thrilled with Dion. I'm thrilled that all he did for the university, all he was able to bring. But TC is one of our own, so I am thrilled. He know the tradition, he know the songs, he know the history, behind the university.
Mm-hmm. And TC really don't. I'll be honest with y'all on a real. Even when TC came in as a freshman, TC really didn't talk that much.
Nope,
he did not
never
talk that
have.
much. So the way that he was when he was 18, 19 years old coming into the school back in 98, he the
Yeah.
same way now. He did not say too much of anything. He let his play do the talking, and he gonna let his to me now. He gonna let his coaching do the talking too. Um. So how did you feel? And how did you feel about? I ask this question all the time. How did you feel about first of all when we had got Coach Prime to come to Jackson State? How was your reaction when we made that decision to get Deion Sanders to be our head coach at Jackson?
And first, I ain't believe it. But once I went on social media and saw him posting and doing all this stuff, I was like, all right, huh? Now let me see what kind of coach he is. I knew from living in Texas a while he had been coaching in high school, coaching for a while, so I was familiar. I knew he had a background coaching,
Hmm.
but I always, you knew he was going to be able to recruit simply because he prime time. I mean, who don't want to play for prime time? I know
Right.
I wouldn't, but I'm thrilled. I think he did a great job for our university. He put a spotlight on us that now we can capture and hold and continue at what he started.
Mm. Oh yeah. And now we, like I said, we on to the TC. We on to the TC Taylor era, Taylor
Taylor
game.
gang, baby. Taylor gang.
So, so question: how many of your former player teammates gonna come down this year to
Oh, a
to
lot.
check out some games, man?
Man, I'm in a group text on group me with all the alumni players, man. Like it's y'all gonna see. It's gonna be an outpouring this year for TC, man. Everybody
Man,
coming down.
man, it's crazy because uh, on Facebook, I got you as a friend on Facebook. Big J, Big J, I got him as a friend. William Henderson, Chad Ford, uh, try to get Mark Washington, but we don't know where Mark at. But
He be out there. You got to catch him.
just hearing like looking and reading and hearing the excitement about Jackson State football coming back to prominence is a thing to see. Especially on Facebook. Now we could post, what I'm saying? We go out there with a chest poked out, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. We went undefeated all the way up until the Celebration Bowl, and everybody know what happened at the Celebration Bowl. Uh but it's that pride that we have. Um we always, as far as JSU alums, and
Mm.
and we always gonna have that pride. We always gonna wear it on our sleeve. Um, I'm just ready to see football happen again. Is too slow, too long. It's going too slow for me right now, man. Because I want to see how TC gonna do.
Never high. Yeah, I think he's gonna do great. I think he was very relatable to the players. I think by him being there last year, a lot of them know him and gonna be familiar with him. I think it's gonna be awesome. I see nothing but benefits and brightness in our future.
Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, JSU had some great coaches that came in. Like one is Big Daddy, um,
Yes.
WC Gordon. um,
Mr. Hill.
Mr. Hill, Judge,
Oh yeah.
Coach Comedy. Because to me, I feel like Coach Comedy kind of resurrected us back from those eras with with James Bell, and a lot of people do not like talking about Coach Bell like that, but
I'm one of
um, and then I understand we went into our dark side with the plethora of coaches that came in after Comedy was fired. uh, Tony Hughes, a Harold Jackson, John Hendricks. Then you get Prime, and then now we on to TC Taylor.
yeah.
Uh, uh, when you came on campus last time, for the football for a game, what did you tell the kids on the team about what it takes to play for Jackson State?
Well, it's been so many years. I haven't talked to the team in probably 10, 15 years. Cause well, I came a lot with Dion, but he didn't. He wasn't about having you talk.
Mm,
I haven't, but I would tell him that you got to remember, it's not LSU, it's not Miami, this Jackson State. You got to embrace the grind and embrace the culture you're gonna get here that you're not gonna get at none of them other schools. So as many things as we don't have, you got to embrace what we do, cause we
okay.
got a lot.
Uh, Another one of my guys said he has a National Signing Day is next week. Have you met some of the recruits yet, or any coaches?
Not yet. Nope. I'm thinking
Okay.
about driving down there on the first for the meet and greet. I gotta try to see what my schedule look like. What my
Yeah,
wife
that
gonna let me do.
wife, please let him go up there to Jackson. Let him just take his 2 hour drive to Jackson so he can meet the coaches and the players, and and and, and he'll be back home beforehand.
I'll be home before it's dark.
hmm But yeah, man. But I appreciate you, bro, for coming on to the podcast, man. I'm gonna replay
Anytime.
this with all my people that missed it today. Um, let everybody know where they can find you at now, man.
Oh, I'm on Instagram, Sylvester the Cat Morris, and Facebook. That's it. I don't really do that social media too much. I ain't into that letting people know what I'm doing. I was
I,
I was yeah, I come from the '90s, man.
yeah,
I don't do that.
yeah, yeah. We all come from the '90s where we ain't had social media back then in the '90s.
Yeah,
let it
I'm not
let
interested
all
in
y'all
letting
young people
everybody
know.
know. I don't
We
want
did not
everybody to know
have
what I'm
this.
doing anyway.
That is true, but but when you was in school, you were basically y'all practice
Yeah,
and games.
that's it.
Practice the game. I don't even think I never, and I used to go out to for the nightlife after the football games. I think I had never seen you I think I see you once or twice now at a party, and that was it.
Yeah, I couldn't do them parties, bro. I'm from New
See,
Orleans. I don't. That's too much for me. Too
man,
much.
but I appreciate you coming on to the show, bro. And we catch up, man. If I get some stuff going on for National Signing Day, I'll hit you back up again, man.
Yes, sir. I'm always
And
available, man.
and then I hopefully this coming season I'll be at more Jackson State games. So man, I have to come and meet you again, bro.
Definitely.
Man, you have a
We could
good
do
one,
that.
bro.
For
Everybody, y'all
sure.
see
You
him now.
too.
He been out there walking
Yeah.
now. He been walking and everything, y'all. So he getting his exercise, getting his steps in.
I'm sit.
So
I just got up walking to my car. I've been sitting on a bench. I can't walk like that no more.
man. But man, I appreciate you though. But you have a good one,
For
man.
sure. Thank you. You too.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right. Man, look, y'all see it, y'all hear, y'all heard him. I think we had a great interview right there, and I don't even call it an interview. I told y'all, casual conversation, y'all. Um, sorry about the delay for me waking up. It was like 15 minutes before I seen. I was like, oh shit, I gotta come on, I gotta get online. I gotta get online. Put my contacts in and all that good stuff, man. So had to get, trying to get right. I got some in fact, look, um thank you, Uncle Sid, man. I got some um equipment that came in. So I was trying to put that together, but it's all cool though, because I'm gonna work on it right now. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I get back in touch with the SID from Chicago State, and we could get that interview with the athletic director. Ask her questions about the exploratory committee, what what it would mean to have football on the south side of Chicago, for Chicago State, and when they'll start playing, when they'll start recruiting. If if the decision is a yes, a go, I want to see where we could go, and what conference they will be in, to be to to be honest with you, because I'm gonna just tell you just like this. uh uh if 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 big if Chicago State does get a football team, does the MEAC reach back out to them? Does the MEAC reach back out to Chicago State? Because to me, like, it don't matter about the travel, it's about that market. You have we we have to kind of stop thinking about the travel situations, because we travel all the time. I understand the so is it's going to be money, it's going to be time consuming and stuff like that, but we have to think, at one part of being a commissioner, it has to come down to the TV market. And that TV market, what I'm saying, to get that Chicago TV market would be the biggest thing for the MEAC, if uh Chicago State gets football. And also, and too, don't matter if Chicago State not an HBCU, you need the MEAC, you need you need more teams, you need more football playing teams in your conference. Um and I think it will come down to it. I hope the Commissioner Stills is uh capable and confident into actually getting that done. I'm not the type of person that bash anybody for intellect and stuff like that, because they got that position um from hard work and everything. But I do say y'all need to go back, if they get football, y'all need to go back and talk to them again to see if y'all could get football on, to get them in the MEAC. They have a decent basketball team. They have all the things that you have for a Division I program. Is just trying to give them a chance to see if they will be able to become, join the conference that's, I mean, to me, gonna be on the up and up. But who's to say, y'all? Who is to say? Um, as always, like I said, we are at let me see, trying to get this thing going on. There you go. All right, if I haven't seen, let me check and see. Right now, we are still at $330 on the crowd fund for Bethune-Cookman Athletics. Like I said, the goal is 2,000 by mid February. If you want to go ahead and donate to the cause. The Cash App handle is right there on the screen. Let's be about the kids, because I'm always gonna be about the kids first and foremost. And I'm doing something that some people don't even want to do. They don't want to do it. They don't think about doing it. And hopefully I could get other people to go along with this. And if we can't get it done, whatever we have, I will send it. I will still send it to them. And yeah, y'all know y'all also looking at other teams, Russell, but I feel like you get that you get that Chicago market, bro. Y'all gonna be sitting pretty. And I'll bring them to the SWAC. I'll bring them to the SWAC. I wouldn't put them in no other conference. I have to put them in the HBCU conference because they're a predominantly black school. And to Kentucky State, Virginia State for expansion. Yeah, I will expand it. You have to expand it, bro. You got it. You have to expand it. You got to expand the MEAC. You got to kind of go back to, from the damage that was done when those other schools left out. What's going on, Mr. Campbell, man? We are safe. I'm good. I just got out doing an interview with Sylvester Morris, man. Catch it if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it from the beginning, I'm gonna go and keep putting this stuff up for this for my laptop. But like I said, crowdfund for BCU athletics is right there on the front. I know some people got paid, but I ain't counting nobody's pockets. But like I said, look out for me doing the interviews. See if I can get an interview with the AD for Chicago State. Also look out for National Signing Day recap on next Wednesday evening. And also doing a recap of it on Thursday. Wednesday evening I will do a Jackson State recap. Thursday afternoon I will do a HBCU recap of all signing day National Signing Day players. But as always, man, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share. Make sure you comment on this channel, on the show. Also, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe. Become a subscribe member for $4.99. If you haven't done it by now, all you have to do is just hit that join button on the side on the page of the channel, and you'll get all the perks. You get everything upfront and personal from me. All right. But look, man, it's HBCU OverDrive live stream. I'm your boy Doc Holiday, where HBCUs matter. We out this thing, and always be blessed, stay safe, and good, man. Stay dangerous. Peace.